This is Kentucky Hot Brown Boys.
All right. Kind of just died on us there.
It did.
But it's okay, man. It's okay. Technical difficulties, man. It's what we're known for around here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of just fucking happens. But it's okay. It's all right. How's everybody doing? This is your Kentucky Hot Brown Boys coming at you with episode 279. Yeah. I'm your host, Jerry Saylor, coming to you live from the Brownstown Studios, deep within the heart of Independence, Kentucky. In the studio tonight, as always, my right-hand man, he sits on my left side. He's Lover Slow and Dusty B.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing?
It's been a week, man. It's been a crazy, crazy week.
It has.
Did you find the volume control?
Nope, sure didn't.
Is it? It might be on the bottom side. Yep, that's it right there.
Is that good?
Is it all the way up?
Almost. All the way
There we
live.
go.
There you go.
All the way.
Technical difficulties.
All right,
There
sorry.
So, let's just kind of get right into this here. What was it 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, or something?
Yes.
I think it was 4 weeks ago. We did an episode where we had a female guest on.
It was a little bit longer than that.
It was about a month, I think.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Can't
It's been like 4 episodes.
The shit just runs together, man.
Yeah, it really kind of does. But we had an episode where we had a female guest on, and Chubby Friendly got a little extra friendly.
Oh yeah, that female guest.
Yeah,
I got you.
Allegedly,
Yeah.
got a little overly friendly. I don't know. I don't think
He's
did.
chubby. He's chubby friendly. That's what he does. He gets friendly.
That's what he does. That's what he's
Yeah.
good at. He's a good interviewer. But he left the show. He's done.
He got a little too chubby.
Yeah, I get it. I don't know.
He got a chubby.
Yeah. At least his girl thought he got a little too chubby.
So he left the show
Yeah.
because of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his girlfriend was like, "Look, I don't like you doing the show."
I
blah,
saw
blah,
you
blah.
like
You know,
staring at her tits through virtual reality internet. Kind
Yeah.
of. Not really.
Yeah, I saw you trying to fuck her under the table,
Yeah.
like 5 feet away from her.
Mhm.
Some bullshit, you know. It was it was bullshit. He left the show because of that, and haven't really spoke to him since. He just fucking vanished, poof, disappeared. So I don't mind doing a 2-man show, but
I'm boring.
no, it's not that you're boring, Dusty. It's just
We see each other all the time, so there ain't shit to talk about.
yeah, like we vent enough to each other
Mm-hmm.
when we see each other that when it gets to Friday, it's like, well, fuck, man, you know, I've already vented to you about that. I don't want to
Yeah.
repeat myself. But anyway, so we decided it would be a good opportunity to kind of form the Avengers.
Get
if
some
you
fresh
will.
meat up
Get
in
some
here.
fresh meat up in the studio. Now, the first week that we had an opening, I guess you could say, we had Mr. Brad Sabbath on the microphone.
Hello. Hi.
Yay!
Nice to be back.
Yeah, we had him on, kind of giving him like a little tryout kind of deal. I knew it was going to run smooth. Brad's always awesome when he comes in and does guest spots and
Yeah.
whatnot. So I was like, well, let's try Brad. And actually, he was like the only person hit me up on Facebook that was like, hey, I want the spot.
Mhm.
And I was like, all right, cool. We'll come in Friday. Let's talk about it. So then the next week, me and Dusty got to talk, and we were like, you know, who else could we get if we didn't get Brad?
Mhm.
And we were like,
Leo.
well, Leo Bishop is pretty fucking dope.
Yeah.
Let's get Leo Bishop in here and see how he do. So what'd we do? We got fucking Leo Bishop in the studio.
It's like the
last
NFL
week.
draft up in here, man.
It kind of is.
We got some stud picks up in here.
I know.
The podcast draft is what it is.
Exactly. So last week we had Leo Bishop on the show.
Yeah.
And we talked about it, and we were like, look, we can't decide on who we're going to
Yeah, we
pick.
couldn't cut just like one.
Do we want to do like a rotating chair? You know, have them like alternate spots? And it was like, why have them alternate spots when we can just have them fucking both? So that's what we did.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
We got 2 guys that are eager. And they want to do this.
Mhm.
Why not fucking bring them in?
Mhm.
Let's fucking make it work.
Yeah. But you can't forget about who's
Oh,
also running our sound.
I was getting to that. So when Brad was on, we had him do the sounds.
Mhm.
And I was pretty impressed. I'm not gonna lie. I was super impressed that right off the bat he was fucking hitting sounds and shit. I was like, hey, that's
Besides the outro, he fucked that up.
yeah, he
man.
fucked up the
Yeah,
outro.
it crashed, though. It wasn't necessarily.
It's not his
Yeah,
fault, man.
Blame it on that.
Blame it on the crash.
Yeah, I get it. But when Leo was on, I was like, I want to do the sounds. I want to try to figure this shit out.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like I wasn't giving it my all because I didn't have like my full focus on doing like conversating and doing the sounds. Like you guys were talking, I was like scrambling trying to find sounds and shit, and it just got a little tough.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, fuck this. We need to find somebody who wants to work the sounds. So I was like, I know Brad's got a girlfriend.
And she's been on the show before.
She's been on the show.
And she did a good
and
job.
She did a great job on the show. And I was like, fuck it. Let's ask Brittany if she wants to work the sounds for us.
Yeah.
And she didn't even hesitate. Like, you know how like you send a message and like you got to sit and you wait on a response or whatever. It was like, bam, instant. She was like, fuck yeah, I'll do it. I don't know if it was those exact words.
Yeah.
I was enthusiastic.
Yeah, she was very enthusiastic. She was like, fuck yeah, can I make my own sounds and shit? I was like, fuck yeah, you can make your own sounds. I don't care. Make all the fucking sounds you want.
Make them what you want.
Yeah.
You got it.
Don't worry, I'm keeping the oldies with the goodies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, I wish I could do like a drum roll right now.
Helicopter.
Officially on the soundboards, ladies and gentlemen. It's Brittany, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, we've assembled a team here.
Yeah.
And I think with this team we can make this podcast great again.
Yeah.
That was great before.
It was great before.
Well, thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're really welcome.
I think I just honestly think it made it better. We'd like to see fresh faces. And dude, honestly, Jerry and I have been dying to get. We've been trying to get a good female on the show, but it's just really, really hard. And so it was like, cool, we got that,
and the
and we got
towns.
covered, and
Plus,
we got covered with two
if
other
we
dudes.
Yeah.
hate each other that day, we're bringing
Yeah.
arguments
We'll
and
bring the
turmoil.
drama.
to
We
the-
will
to-
lay it
yeah.
out all on the table.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, for
Cool.
Sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I own it.
Yeah. I'm stoked. I'm very happy. Like, we did awesome in this draft, man. We killed it.
Better than the Bengals, I think.
I mean,
Yeah.
it did all right. Hey, at least it didn't draft a quarterback from Duke.
Yeah. Is that what
No
happened?
name.
Is that what happened?
No, the
Oh.
Giants did, right?
Giants.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
But the Giants are always drafting pretty bad, though.
Yeah, them and the Colts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounded like you said the Colts.
the Colts. Sorry.
Colts.
I was like Colts
It's my
usually
Kentucky
draft
coming out.
pretty good because they get like mindless people.
It's cool.
Colts, it's different.
But
whatever.
anyways, now I wanted to ask. Now, does anybody have any nicknames that we can go by, or does everybody just want to go by the regular names?
I don't have a nickname.
I'm generally Brit.
Okay, Brett.
Like,
My
That's
name
cool.
is a nickname.
Yeah,
I'm black.
Leo's name is a nickname.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
I always wanted to. That's like the Brad Sabbath thing.
Yep.
No one really ever called me that. I'm kind of made it up on my own. I was like,
Brad
oh, just
Sabbath?
yeah,
I like
everybody's been
it.
calling me this that forever.
I made up my nickname.
Did
you?
Yeah.
I kind of like the nickname.
Is that because
I
when you
gave
were a kid, you always wanted a cool nickname and you never had one? And you
Yeah,
just
I'm not
wanted-
gonna.
You have a super white guy name.
Yeah, I
I'm
was just about
saying.
to say that. My real name is super white by whatever.
Can't be
standard,
gaining
you know.
street cred
Yeah.
with like a name
Yeah.
like
it's
that.
like my
man.
whole name too. It's like
Yeah.
the combination of it.
It was funny because you added me on LinkedIn. I'm like, who's this white dude? I'm like, oh, it's not the white dude. It's Leo. Oh, okay. I was so expecting a white guy. I was like, oh, it's Leo. Okay.
Yeah.
Brad, you made up yours because weren't you getting people threatening you over Dump Trump?
Oh, that was the thing too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was getting a lot of threats during
Like
the
death
first
threat? Like
the
death
first
threat?
Dump
Yeah.
Trump.
You
Yeah,
kinda-
pretty much every Dump Trump. Which actually I'm starting to get this week we had our first couple shitty comments on the event page. So I'm like, it's officially Dump Trump
Yeah.
season, July 6th at the Southgate House.
I'm
8
stoked.
p.m. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Hell
Yeah.
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 That's
What
gonna
exactly
be
is
titties.
Dump Trump?
It's just an event that it's a charity show basically, and it's not really politically affiliated with
Have you ever heard of
Either
the West
side.
Memphis
Uh-oh.
Three?
The West Memphis 3.
Yeah.
I heard the name, but I'm not
Well,
sure
one of the
what
West
it's
Memphis
affiliated
3 has a
with.
charity called Proclaim Justice, and they help innocent people that are in prison get out of the prison system. It's basically a charity show.
It's like the Innocence Project,
Oh,
but they
okay.
take less of the money off the top. They
Gotcha.
actually spend more money helping
Yeah.
people.
All proceeds from this show
Yeah.
go
Damn, it's
to...
more serious than I thought. I thought
Yeah.
it was like a little beer fest.
Yeah.
No.
Nope, it's over 16 bands and 2 stages. So
Yeah,
it's
and you got a
gonna be
band coming all the way from the Great
coming
North.
from Canada. We have
Yeah.
a band coming in from
Smuggling
Canada.
'em
to
in,
play.
man.
Smuggling them in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did they bring in that good shit from up north?
shit, a good shit.
I think they still have to cross, cross the
Snow
border.
cones, man.
They're already clandestinely crossing the border.
Yeah.
so
That's true. What's bringing some weed with me?
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly,
It's like,
right.
we gotta-
don't make them your mules on top of it.
Yeah, in order
Hey, I didn't ask. I just wanted to know.
But it's so weird because I actually had, in order for them to play, because like I guess part of the if you're like not a signed or like a popular band right now, it's really hard for you to get into the United States and play here. And like there's some like more popular bands that are having that problem right now because of the Trump thing that's going on.
Yeah.
So it's so weird because in order for them to play, they can't be paid. So it was the only time I've come up with like a contract saying
We're not gonna pay you.
we're not going to pay you, which is
Yeah.
just the strangest
That's so weird.
contract to come up.
So like they're
You know,
just
every fucking whore says that. I hate that answer.
They're
killing it
I think
already.
it might be a little too
When I
loud.
was still doing comedy, there was comedy shows
It's okay.
that like would have a contract to be paid, and I still would not be paid. So
yeah.
yeah.
That's crazy though. Are they not? They're not expecting anything, like not like
No,
board,
we're gonna
board or
we're gonna
food or anything.
have a donation thing for them.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I get that.
And they'll have merch and stuff too. Yeah, donation.
Maybe a little subs up. Yeah.
There'll be a
Bitcoin.
jar out
Yeah.
that if you put money in, it might go to them.
They just
I
so
don't
happen to have a
know.
Bitcoin wallet
Yeah,
that I know
don't
about.
know, Yeah.
So to go back on the nicknames we were talking about, I really like the nickname that I came up for you.
Oh yeah, he told
I
me
don't.
this.
What was that?
The pimp of fake piss.
Oh,
man.
the pimp of fake.
Yeah. or we could just say the piss pimp.
The piss. I do like piss pimp.
Yeah.
Piss pimp sounds
Piss
dope.
pimp down.
We should not tell people why you call me that either. And then
Yeah,
just,
that's kinda weird, like-
under,
I
just
pimp
even
out chicks that
better.
like to get peed on. Hmm.
Hey dog, you like them golden showers, man?
Yeah, look at that,
Yeah.
killing it already.
Already, yes.
The Godfather of piss.
Yeah,
The piss father. He's the piss.
that would be
father.
Chuck Berry, I think.
Yeah.
Would be the guy.
I like to do that. Have you ever seen that video?
No,
of him
I've seen it
farting?
way
Oh,
too many
dude,
times.
you
more than I
man,
like
it's
those
so
bits.
great. When we saw it, we were like, dude, that's Chuck Berry.
I like when she lovingly goes to kiss him, and he's
He's
just like, "I can't kiss you, baby. Your face
Yeah,
got
smell like piss."
all over it."
Oh man.
Have you guys ever seen the porn
William
that
Dafoe?
William Dafoe was in?
Yeah.
No.
No, I didn't know he was in
Like
it.
real porn?
I don't know if it was like
Oh, is it like the from the movie Autofocus, like a scene taken out of that movie?
Was he like all like crazy and like?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that movie's
I think
about
that's
Bob
it.
Crane from Hogan's Heroes, that guy that would like film himself having sex like back in the '60s. That was murdered. Like he was like found murdered, and he was.
I
Murdered
don't think
with,
he actually
with a
had
tripod of a
sex in this
camera.
video. It was just
Okay.
him like standing there, like just shaking his dick all crazy,
Yeah.
and looking like the Green Goblin. While he's just like,
Yeah.
you know, you just see him, that face, and
Oh my
the
God.
dick, and it was
That's
crazy.
really what it looked like.
Yeah.
He's like one of those. Like he's like ugly hot to girls, like Jeff Goldblum. Like I feel like all
Fuck Jeff
girls
Goldblum,
wanna
man.
bang Jeff Goldblum for some reason. Like
Yeah, I dig it.
I know you want
You like Jeff Goldblum?
some
Yeah.
weird thing with chicks.
He's like, okay, I'll break it down. He is like nerdy in the facial area, but he's got like the heroin guitar player arms, and you can tell he's like over 6'2". Like it is the formula for finding a dude hot.
So like, is it like the whole Jurassic Park scene with like his shirt unbuttoned and him breathing real hard with the
Kinda,
raptor
but
getting ready to
it's-
bust through the window? What got you all hot? Not just you, just women in general.
Sort of, but it's
I mean,
more
that
the
scene kind of got me
dorky-
hot. I was like,
Yeah.
that
it's
raptor.
like it's the dorky thing.
It's the dorky kind of like, he's like thinking, and like he always comes through at the end. Like
Yeah.
that's his thing. Yeah.
Wasn't he in The Fly?
yeah,
Yeah.
Brundlefly. Yeah.
I remember that.
Was he hot in the fly? Though?
Yeah, I think he shows his dick in that
I
that
think he
scene
does,
where he's
yeah.
like in
Is
the
it tan?
machine thing.
What swatch would he
Better than
be?
his face.
Yeah. What dick swatch would he have?
Yeah, what dick swatch?
Oh man.
Oh.
I think we keep making up new shit every time somebody's on the show. Like we had the
Dash.
the dash,
Dick
yeah,
mesh.
the dick mesh.
Protect you from jalapeno
Yeah,
seeds.
yeah,
Yeah.
Phew, man.
Oh man, I'm still gonna patent that.
You need to.
You
man.
need
That's
to,
a great
bro.
idea.
Stop playing.
I was thinking about that when I was like, I was at the store or something. I was just like,
He saw jalapeno peppers.
I think it'd be so cool to be walking through and see like a little like end cap dash. You know, that'd just be pimp. I was at Kroger in like the like by the pharmacy.
The dick cap aisle,
like,
You know where
like
it
the
should
first
be?
stage.
Like, it would be perfect
Yeah.
right here.
I was like, man, right here, that's what they need, man.
right next to the burn ointment.
Yeah.
Watch the motherfuckers.
Awesome.
Such a good.
It's gonna be like icy hot. It can go on like cool. Or
Have you
warm
ever
sensation.
actually had like icy hot down in that area?
No, but I've
No.
seen the movie Lucas, and
Oh,
that happens in that
man.
movie.
No, I accidentally put Gold Bond powder.
All
in
the
my
cooling
boxes
stuff?
before, yeah, it's like the same thing.
Yeah.
It open your pores up too much.
Yeah.
So it sucks, is what you're saying?
Don't do it.
It like it hurt, but it don't.
It's like you're fucking an iceberg.
It's like BDSM, I guess. You know.
It hurt, but it don't.
Yeah, it's like it's still cool, but it hurts at the same time.
Like, oh god, it hurts so good.
Yeah.
I got a chicker bite on my balls when I was 9, and that was
Chicker?
yeah.
Wow.
We're gonna have a talk on the car ride right home.
She
We're
is
having a talk.
killing
We're
it.
having a talk on the car ride.
Oh, really? Interesting. Tell me more.
And it,
I didn't
I don't
mean
even
that
know.
for me. That was supposed to be her.
yeah. It just swelled up really big, and I had to wear my dad's underwear for.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Now were they clean, right?
I don't think I've ever worn another man's
Yeah, me
underwear.
neither.
Ever.
Because my ball, I was a little kid, and my balls like.
So your dad's packing is what you're saying?
Yeah, I think that's what. Now, if he's anything like me, he's not back that much.
So you were a little kid and you had to wear the
Yeah, I had to wear my
underwear
dad's
bigger.
underwear.
I get that.
Yeah,
I
it was so
had a bug
swelled
bite
up.
on my balls once. It sucks, man.
Really?
Yeah, you're scratching it and you're like, man, this ain't gonna go away.
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, I always used to sing a song. Got a skeeter, I'm a Peter, knock it off. Got a skeeter, I'm a Peter, knock it off. I used to sing that. And I would do it like in the grocery store with
And
my
it makes me
mom.
want to beat her.
Oh,
Remember
man.
this, like, do
It's
you
not
remember,
what you
like,
think,
every,
Mom. I'm
like,
like trying to knock it off.
I've never heard that one, but I feel like every school had their own like dirty like
Yeah.
songs everybody sang. Because ours was went to the cabin. What did I see? 100 naked ladies staring at me. Fuck 98 till my dick turned blue. Jump back Jack and screw the other two. And I will
That's
always
awesome.
remember. I heard
Is
that
it
in
just
third
me,
grade,
or
and
does
I-
his mic sound dead?
It sounds dead.
it
It sounds
dead?
really weird.
Oh, it is. It does sound because I.
I think Brittany's just picking his up.
Oh.
Is that what it is?
Do we need to share?
Oh man, I used to have one where it's like fuck a duck, screw a kangaroo, 69 a
Yeah.
porcupine, damn I love the zoo. Yeah, that's the one we always used to sing.
We only had
That's
ones about
pretty
like
dope,
killing
actually.
people, like teachers, like the joy to the world, the
Damn.
teachers dead,
Oh,
yeah.
like
Yeah,
that
that's
one.
dark.
Yeah.
But I'm over here talking about fucking animals.
You get expelled for that now.
Yeah.
There
On
was
a list.
something like I can't remember what it was. It was like something about killing a teacher, something like on top of spaghetti,
All covered with blood.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I only know like the Freddy Krueger shit, like the one.
Yeah, we had that too.
And like gin and juice and shit.
Oh yeah.
Bitches ain't shit.
That's awesome.
Oh man.
So I want to hear about this. I want to hear about this Columbus trip.
Okay, this Columbus trip. Man, it was a
Hold
trip, I
back.
tell you that.
Dude, so last weekend on 420, me and Dusty went to Columbus and saw one of our favorite bands. We've seen them like 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Head PE.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, which if you've seen Head PE, if you've seen Head PE in the last like 5 years,
They reggae mixed all
yeah,
their songs.
It's really like Jared from Head PE, the lead singer, and like a cover band doing like reggae versions of their songs, which is cool. They still get like heavy and rock out and stuff, but it's all like reggae.
It's a good mix.
Yeah,
It's
it
like,
is.
man, I kind of wish their albums actually sounded like this.
Yeah, I even told Dusty, I was like, I wish they would like just do an album of their old songs, but make them sound like this.
What's it like to be at a concert and you're the only two people there?
Nah, dude, this.
Believe it
Believe it or not.
there was a lot of people.
There was a lot of
A
people.
lot of people. More so than the last
Kind of like going to a Billy Joel concert.
Oh, hey, sold out, motherfucker. U.S. Bank. Like,
We don't need to talk about the meltdown you almost had about the Phil Collins ticket.
I want to hear one of it.
So the first really weird thing that happened when we were at the show.
Oh man, I thought I was gonna. Are you talking about the chick?
The chick.
Yeah.
So they had a food truck out back, and me and Dusty both took advantage of having the food truck. It was really good.
It was really good.
We both got hot wings, and that's just Rico fucking hacking up.
He's
a llama.
dying.
He'll be all right.
I legitimately thought that was a sound that you guys used to hear.
We're choking on a chicken wing.
Good sound placement, Rico.
Oh Lord.
But I ate my wings, and then Dusty was like, "Fuck, them looked really good." So I'm gonna go get me some wings. So he gets his wings. We go back inside. We're standing at the bar while he's eating, and this drunk bitch comes up, and
Never been. I don't ever want to physically hurt a woman. But I was like close to I want to slap this chick right in the face.
so she comes up to Dusty, and I immediately know this bitch is fucking hammered. She's gonna try to cause problems. So I'm standing there and I just stare the other direction. I'm I'm not even gonna acknowledge her because I don't want her talking to me. I'm just gonna let Dusty suffer the wrath of this one.
Which he did for a little bit.
For a minute, I didn't get completely lucky, but I don't know what the fuck she was saying to you.
She was so I'm sitting there eating my chicken wings and she comes up and she goes, "So you make a lot of money off that?" I'm like, "Off what?" And she just kept saying that, and I'm like, and she kept slurring her words. I'm like, "I can't understand what you're saying." And so she started getting real mad, and I'm like, I can't understand what you're saying. I just can't. So I think that's at the time she walked over towards Jerry, and she was like, blah, 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 blah to him.
What she was saying something about Jesus to me.
Oh, boy.
And I was just like, I don't know what you're saying. What?
So she was alcohol poisoned, gone.
She was
she was
destroyed.
dead.
Yeah.
She was dead to the world. And then, she goes back to Dusty, and he's eating his chicken wings.
And I'm just sitting there eating my chicken wings.
Minding his own business.
Yep.
And next thing I know, she grabs a fucking, a chicken wing that he's already ate off of.
I did. And I was like, yeah. I brushed my teeth with it and everything.
So she, grabs his chicken wing. And did she eat off of it?
Yeah, so she took it and just, put it in her mouth. And I don't know if she tried to do, the hot thing where she was like...
Or she sucked all the meat off the bone.
Sucked all the meat off of it, and she took it and she threw it at me. And I was kind of like, this bitch better be lucky that I'm kind of feeling pretty good right now. So, but I was pissed. So I was really mad, and it hit me and it bounced and hit my shoe, and I'm just kind of like, okay. And then she walked back over to Jerry.
She came back over to me and still saying, I thought she was saying something about Jesus. I have no fucking clue. But then I guess it was her daughter came up. And she was equally as hammered.
Yeah.
So then they start talking and conspiring and shit.
Well, I leaned over to her and was like, "Is this your friend?" To the new girl that walked up. She goes, "Fuck you!" Like that, and I was like, "Okay." She's like, "This is my mom." I was like, "Oh wow, it's a family affair." And I was like, I'm like, "Yeah, you got to get her out of here. She's 7th grade drunk." I'm like, "I don't know how many Smirnoffs she's had, but you got to get her out of here." And that's what I said. And she was like, "7th grade drunk Smirnoffs." Is that what she said?
Something like that. And she just kept rambling about Jesus and I don't know what the fuck.
I've never seen anybody that physically drunk.
She was bad off, bad. I told Dusty, I was like, dude, if she tries to get physical, I'm just gonna uppercut her and just put her on the floor.
I mean, I was
security
waiting for it.
take her out.
Yeah,
because I thought for sure she was gonna try to fight us.
Go
or
ahead and
something.
sit down, cunt.
Was this at Alrosa?
Alrosa,
yeah.
Man.
So nothing happened post used
Yeah, she
chicken wings.
disappeared into the night.
She just took off.
She's
ran away.
That was
just
the-
kind of walked away.
That was
we never saw her
the
again.
story of the night. People just do shit and just disappear. I think Jerry's got another good story.
So later on, Head PE's playing, and we're all like, "Fuck yeah, this is awesome!" We're standing 3 or 4 people back from the pit because we're old and don't want to get in the
I
pit.
know that feeling.
So
well, the pit was someone spilt water and beer all over the pit, and it's
so
just
it was
a hard
wet
floor,
as fuck.
and it's wet, so people are sliding everywhere. I'm like, I'm not getting into that. Fuck that.
So we're standing there and we're watching the pit and we're watching the show, and this dude just comes running out of the pit, and you can see in his eyes that he's just super fucked up, and I don't know if he found an iPhone on the ground and thought it was mine, or if it was his iPhone and he wanted me to hold it. But dude just walks up and hands me a fucking iPhone.
Yeah.
Like the big ass, the iPhone 10 or whatever, the big ginormous fucking one. Just hands it to me.
Yeah. Just like, but this is kind of like what he did. Like he kind of ran up and he turned around and was like that to Jerry, and I was kind of like, okay, and Jerry like takes it and he was like, okay.
and then he disappeared into the pit, and I never saw him again.
Oh, he wasn't like, my friends made me come to a head PE concert and I need help.
The first thing that I did with it, I tried to get in it to see if, like, I'm like, okay, maybe it's not his and somebody else is here. If I can see a picture on it, maybe I'll be able to find out whose it is, you know?
Right.
Without being like, hey, is this your phone? Oh, yeah, it's my phone. Yeah, thanks, you know? So I was just like, I couldn't get in. They had a lock.
I had a lock on it.
So I was like, well, the only other thing I can do is just turn it into the bar. And like I went, like at the end of the show before we left, like I gave the guy time to like find me to get his phone back, but he never came up to me. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna turn it into the bar. And
we told the bartender. She was like, "What? Really?"
Yeah, she was.
Wow,
like,
I can't believe you're like not gonna keep this.
Yeah. She kind of looked at me. She was just like,
eBay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have eBayed it. But
what a nice guy.
I know, I am a nice guy.
Jerry.
Yeah.
Nice guy Jerry.
Nice
That's
guy
one of us
Jerry.
started. Nice guy Jerry. That's your new nickname.
5 minutes ago, I was about to uppercut some cunt.
Yeah.
And now I'm turning into a cell phone. And I'm a nice guy.
The iPhones are kind of hard to crack.
Cancels each other out, you know?
Well, he was like, he
I'm
looked
an
at
all
the
right guy, Jerry.
He was like, he looks like, I'm like, is there a passcode? He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, well, you might as well turn that in because he ain't gonna be able to crack that.
It's always like
000,
like Kanye West.
0420 or
I thought about doing like 0420.
yeah,
you know?
6969.
Yeah, something like that.
If it was unlocked, would you still turn it in?
I'd at least went through all the pictures.
That's what I was going to say.
I got to email that one to me.
I'd still look at the pictures.
I would have done like a bunch of crazy Facebook updates and like I would have posted like a bunch of embarrassing pictures from their scroll and stuff. Like,
that'd have been hilarious.
That's what happened. That's crazy fucking story. We talked about like how I lost my first iPhone on my fucking wedding day. So I didn't have a phone going like away afterwards, and I'm in Gatlinburg, and I have like.
Wait a minute. Did you like do the whole elope going to Gatlinburg?
No. We just stopped there like one day and then went like on about our business because it was like halfway.
Okay.
And all of a sudden my friends and family are like blowing up my ex and saying, are you okay? Is everything okay? Because somebody on my phone had posted like, does anybody know any good divorce attorneys? Like, because they had saw my face. Because my iPhone.
They knew.
They knew. But I guess because like everybody was congratulating me on my Facebook, and then they ordered on my like phone like 2 more iPhones, but like not before fucking with my Facebook. Like, oh, does anybody know any good divorce attorneys? And then we're like,
that's genius.
Yeah, I'm like, and then like no one believed me like when I got back that like it wasn't me, and I'm like,
call my phone. It's not on me. I swear.
Anyway,
that's fucked up.
It was crazy.
So, me and Dusty being the old fogies that we are, already being like super fucked up at this show, we get an Uber back. Which, by the way, the Uber driver had to.
The saga continues.
Yeah.
Oh,
He had to bust a U-turn. Like he didn't know where the fuck he was going at all. I thought we were gonna end up in some weird field.
He was quite odd.
Yeah, he was a weird bird, and like we'd talk to him, and then he would immediately change the subject. Like I was talking to him about something, and he looked at me, he was like, "Is the music bothering you?" And I'm like, "Dude, you just picked me up at a fucking rock venue, Motley Crue doesn't bother me. This is fine."
Who did he say that he saw there?
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses.
Man, I saw Guns, and it sounded like I saw Guns N' Roses at Alrosa.
Yeah, pretty much.
Were you our Uber driver? Because that was dead on it.
Yeah.
I just know those kinds of people.
Yeah. So.
And the Guns N' Roses is probably never even played there.
I know. I was like, I kind of want to look that up, see if they ever played there.
So we get back to the hotel finally. We're safe and sound. And we're going up. Well, no, actually, the elevator incident happened before.
That happened before.
Can I interrupt real quick? When you guys take little trips together, do you guys get separate rooms or do you share?
We share a room. Separate beds.
That's friendship, though.
Yeah.
That's.
Do you snuggle ever though?
No, we if I'm taking a shit, he'll sit in the tub and hang out with me.
Yeah, I have
no shit, not even kidding.
And when I get a shower, he jerks off.
What is the
Any other room.
least amount of money you could get paid to blow a guy?
$100. That was from
That was quick.
If I'm in between checks, 75.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah. So the elevator incident. This
happened
before
actually
the show.
earlier in the day.
There was kind of like an incident not really an incident. Once we
It was
got
a
back
wedding
to the-
party.
Yeah, it was like they were like all dressed up, and it was just awkward because we're like all fucked up, staggered.
I want to
and shit.
say they were like it was like Jamaican type. They were all
They
like
weren't
dressed.
speaking English. I
No,
know
but
that.
like they were all dressed like that. That at least they had that like the real
Yeah.
long dress and like I don't know. That's at least what it looked like to me.
I don't know.
Yeah, they looked like they had fun.
Yeah.
But
They
anyway,
looked good. They were dressed very nice.
Yeah.
But the elevator incident that I was like, Dusty, can't believe you just fucking did that, man. So like me and Dusty, we're Nashville Predators fans, right? You know, he's got a Preds hat on. I got a Preds hat on. We're in Columbus, home of the Blue Jackets, right? So we get on this elevator, and it's like a older black lady, and was it like her daughter?
It was a
it was like
daughter,
her
yeah.
like a younger daughter. And like they walk on the elevator, and then we get on the elevator, and I wasn't paying attention, but she was wearing like a
old school Blue Jackets jersey.
yeah, an old school Blue Jackets jersey. And like we get on, and Dustin was like, "Man, I don't think we should have got on this elevator." And the first thing I thought was, "Damn, Dusty, what the fuck, man? Like, where did this come from?" And then like she's eyeballing us up and down and starts laughing. She's like, "Oh, ha, Preds fans or some shit."
No, I was like, and I said that, and I was like, freaking Blue Jackets fans up in here, and she was like, oh yeah, born and raised, something, blah, 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 blah. And I knew, like, right when she walked off, Jerry was like, damn, dude, I thought you were being straight up racist. And I was like, no, man.
I did. I was like, holy fuck, where's this coming from, man? Like, I've never seen this side of you, Adolf. You know?
Oh, man. I think the lady kind of, like, she was kind of taken back at first, and
I
then
think
she started laughing.
She felt like I did. You know? She probably thought,
I didn't even think about
ass
it.
motherfucker.
Like, I didn't even think about it. I was just like, she's wearing a Blue Jackets jersey. I want to give her shit for it. Like, that's the only thing I thought of.
Did I say Blue Jackets before? Or did I say Blues?
Yeah, you said Blue Jackets.
Did I?
But
Okay.
yeah.
Anyway. But yeah, I was like, holy fuck.
So you go to Nashville a lot to go to those games?
We've only seen, 2 games down
Yeah,
there?
we've seen
ever?
2 games.
Yeah, we saw a preseason game last year, and we saw a season game this year.
It's expensive.
fun.
It's like
Yeah.
$100 and
Nashville's
something a ticket.
it's like just an expensive kind of city. I feel like that city's getting more and more expensive.
Bachelorette
Yeah.
parties, bro.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about
Yeah,
like the
I was gonna bring
bridesmaids
that
who
up,
are
yeah.
about to riot right now?
Because
Like
of the,
there's some
NFL
angry
draft,
fucking
yeah.
bitches in
Yeah.
Nashville right
Yeah.
now.
It was crazy.
I can't sit on my tricycle bike thing and drink and have
Well, like
fun.
media outlets have rented out like the main large bars down there. They're not even like letting in like
Oh, shit, really?
like unless you have prepaid. So like a lot of the bars you can't even get into right now.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah.
Just because of the
Crazy.
draft.
Angry white bitches.
Yeah. Fuck them.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Nashville is a nightmare, and I will stand
We
by that.
drove
It is a nightmare.
Sit down.
from Columbus, Ohio for the weekend. Her special week. You only get married once. Granted, this is her 3rd marriage, but still.
And she's on her period.
Bullshit.
Can I speak to the manager?
Did any of you guys vomit last weekend? Any vomiting going on?
No vomiting.
We didn't
Nope.
vomit at
Nope.
all.
I learned my lesson from Nashville. So.
I never learned my lesson. I vomited last week.
Did you?
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah.
Went to Louisville to go visit my friends and got a little
Did you
crazy.
see like a Billy Joel cover band or something?
No, we did
Oh.
karaoke.
Nice.
And
I
I got
wanted
too
to
drunk.
see
I
that.
didn't even get up and do my
Yeah,
song.
you keep talking shit about Billy.
I know, dude. I'll get the fuck off. And I will.
You need to watch yourself before you get checked.
We got a video output low.
Oh man.
On our
Dude,
YouTube right
I
now.
don't know what that means.
It says YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming.
Oh,
As such,
fuck.
viewers will experience buffering.
Damn it.
Long as they'll experience buffering, we're not
That's
totally.
what we
Buffering makes me feel like popular.
Yeah.
Like whenever I'm trying
Like
to
people are
watch
trying
something
to
really
get
in
it.
demand, it's got a buffer, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, well it's all the viewers.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a sign.
We had this killer draft, man. And everybody's just like, I gotta watch this.
So that goes on like all weekend. The
Yeah.
draft.
It's
Yeah.
like 3 days
of just
televised. I think the first 3 rounds.
Does it really last that long?
Actually, I think it's 2 days. I
It-
think,
I think
it's the
it's- I
first
think it's-
round, and then they do the second and the third
Yeah,
on the
and
second
then-
day.
Yeah, and then like
Which coach is gonna get busted for a hand job this weekend? That's
Hey,
Yeah.
But Nashville has like strict rules against like strip clubs and whatnot.
He's checked.
I did some research the last time we went down. Like you can't even get like a nude or a topless lap dance at any type of club.
You kind of have to like
So what
ask.
do they call it?
Yeah, well, I mean, you
go.
Yeah.
Dancing?
You can see nudity, but if they're naked,
It's called-
you can't be within 3 feet of them.
Yeah.
Oh, there's like a velvet rope around the stripper.
Yeah, like you can't.
and it's
3 feet of them.
and it's BYOB, and it's already like $20 to get in.
Yeah, it was like 27 or some shit. I don't know what it was.
Stripper and shit. That's next.
Yeah,
Yeah.
BYOS.
Rent out the stage and pole.
Bring your own stripper. Hey man, you're coming up with all the freaking business ideas over there, man.
But here's the kicker.
Stripper without a pole. Like, we supply the pole and the music. We don't supply the stripper. It's like Papa Murphy's Pizza. Like, we make the pizza, we just don't cook it for you. Like,
but here's the thing though. While you can't get like a nude lap dance and like have them touch you, there are certain members only private sex clubs that you can pay like
You got hepatitis.
you can pay like you can just walk in off the street and become a member for like $25-$30.
Yeah.
And then at these clubs, it's anything goes. Anything. Like there's
And
like,
that's legal.
yeah.
Yeah, jalapeno seed in the dick.
Yeah, because it's a private club. It's members only.
Well, why can't they just make the strip club a private?
yeah, like
club?
a speakeasy or something almost.
well,
That's
that-
how Diamonds is in Dayton.
Her mic.
God damn it.
Diamonds.
Diamonds, huh?
Oh, in Dayton?
Diamonds Cabaret.
They're like
Yeah, Diamonds
herpes. It's
Cabaret.
forever.
Diamonds are forever.
I think
There
we
we got
go.
you back
Not
on
dead.
now, yeah.
Did we lose Brad's too?
I don't know. I can't
I think
tell.
he's good.
No, I'm
Alright,
good.
cool.
I just don't hear myself in the earphones very
Yeah.
well.
Really?
We'll fix all this stuff for you guys. Sorry.
But yeah, so
Dying dog, like.
Welcome to the Kentucky Hot Brown Boys.
I don't know who I just turned up, but
Yeah.
hopefully that was you.
so you were saying that it's the strip club. How do you make it private now?
Now, yeah, at the
What's the difference?
at the strip club, at I think 3 a.m. they shut down and become members only. Which once again, you can pay the fee and become a member instantly.
Well, won't the strip club just call it that?
I want to see
Yeah.
a stripper
Yeah.
that starts working at 3 a.m.
Members
like,
only,
What
we
that,
just-
what that looks like. It's gotta be like,
That might be the 18.
After she's been
actually.
dancing all night.
Yeah, she slept all day and kind of lounged around. Yeah.
But I think the thing is though, once it becomes like a private club, like the strippers aren't technically working there; they're members too. So
It becomes
Like, who cares what you
Because-
call it at the
Loopholy.
end of the day?
Yeah.
You know, call
Pretty
it what
much.
you want.
Loophole.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just a big loophole.
That seemed like that'd be an easy loophole to navigate through for most
Yeah.
clubs.
Yeah.
A lot of people were complaining about it because, like, apparently a couple years ago when they enacted this whole law or whatever for strip clubs, Rico really sounds like he's dying. Maybe tonight will be the day he
It's the
kicks the
spirit
bucket.
of it's the spirit of waltz.
Spirit of Waltz, R.I.P.
But yeah, they got like a lot of strip clubs got busted and shut down because they were, getting a little too close with their nude.
Well,
lap
they're trying to
dances.
do this. I was talking about this with. This is why Brittany is awesome because I can have conversations with her like this. On the Indiana side of Louisville in Clarksville, there's this world famous porn theater that used to actually be a porno drive-in movie theater that is now
Beat off in your car?
Yeah, they used to say like truck drivers would be on the side of the highway just like watching the movies for free.
That's awesome.
So it's called Theater X. It's been around for like probably like over 50 years. I mean, now they're like really like trying to shut it down, but it's so funny because at the same time
So it's still active.
it's still active. It's not a drive-in anymore. It's just a regular porn theater. Of course,
okay.
they do have the booths and the glory hole. Basically, a lot
Glory
of
hole?
older gay men go there to hook up. And if the
okay.
police are bored in that area, they just go, well, let's go to Theater X. We'll be able to bust a couple people for having their dicks out or blowing each other or whatever. But the funny thing is like they're trying to crack down and finally like shut this place down. 'Cause of
Indiana, they're like zero tolerance on
city
shit,
ordinances and bullshit trying to shut this place down.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this city has been on the First 48 television show like a bunch. Live PD is filmed in this city, so it's like you've got this rampant crime problem and all this other shit, and you're worried about
dudes blowing each
other at a porn theater.
This is not a Christian company at all.
No, we went there once and like you're seriously like propositioned by at least 4 or 5 different dudes before you've even like walked.
You guys went there together?
No.
It was actually our first date.
First date. That's how I roll. I take a girl to Theater X. I'm like, I know. It's like
Were you like feeding her like stuff to the glory
we're,
hole?
we're jumping in. Like this is how we know. This was like
It was really exotic.
It was.
Did she have her mouth at the glory glory hole.
It
like,
was crazy.
Hot Cheeto, and then like you just stuck a hot Cheeto.
Hot fries, thank you.
Yeah, hot fries.
Hot fries, yeah. Fuck hot Cheetos, man.
Dusty'd be a hot Cheeto.
I love
He
hot
had-
What?
fries.
He had
Said
an
you'd be a hot
ex.
Cheeto.
Yeah.
I don't
I
like
would.
hot fries.
From when we went to Nashville.
Yeah.
You were like hot Cheeto.
Yeah, he fed me a hot Cheeto, and I was getting ready to vomit, and I ate it. And like, I went into the bathroom and threw up. I'm like, dude, I threw up that hot Cheeto. Sucked,
Oh, that has
man.
to be the worst.
Yeah,
Like,
it was bad.
Oh, that has to like,
Nothing
burn
makes me
really.
barf.
Yeah,
And then-
probably burned really bad.
Yeah. And then after that, I was like, man, I want some food, and I'm like, chicken nuggets. So like, he like Uber eats these chicken nuggets, and I was like, these chicken nuggets are gonna suck balls. So because it's McDonald's, so we get
You
the
guys, you got wow, you guys
You
Uber
Ubered
ate.
it. Oh.
yeah, that was the only thing
It's the
that was
only
open.
place that would deliver.
It was, like I was
Well,
like
when you're
drunk
drunk
as
and you
fuck.
don't have a choice, I guess like.
At 2 a.m, they were the only place that.
Yeah,
would
we
deliver.
were hoping to go to Spinelli's, but Spinelli's was closed. So like Spinelli's shut down. So
Oh, there's a Spinelli's in Nashville.
and Louisville.
Oh,
this was,
yeah.
sorry,
okay.
this was
Yeah,
Oh,
you know
yeah, it
you're,
was
yeah, you know
Louisville,
you're
yeah.
fucked up if you're eating Spinelli's in
really
Louisville.
high.
That's one of those places you eat like if you go there sober, you're like, oh.
really.
Ugh, I've been eating this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that La Bamba's burritos.
All the burritos as big as your
big,
head.
yeah, burritos as big
Yeah,
as your
place
head. That
is
used to be
garbage.
a chain. There used to be like
Really?
a lot of like college cities and stuff they used to be in.
Oh, never knew that.
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
Those burritos.
Did
are
you say La
nasty.
Bamba?
Yeah, it's called La Bamba's.
Bamba.
No, they weren't that good. Before we get out of here, though, we got to talk about a couple things.
We're already We're already done.
Yeah, we're done.
No,
We
no,
haven't
no.
even been on for an
It's
hour.
been like 40 minutes.
It's almost been an hour. I'm just saying. Before we
It's
get out, of here, we
like-
got to talk
Be
about
all
some
night.
shit.
Let's go 9 hours for the first
Yeah.
one to kick things off the bat. Let's
Hey man,
get
it's
crazy.
make it as
tonight.
long as the draft. Let's
yeah,
do
let's
it.
get crazy tonight.
Let's ruin independence. Let's just have a 9-hour show.
Let's
and
see what
fuck up
comics are
Bridesmaids
still in my
tonight.
phone that I'll call and recognize who I am. Let's play that game.
So, you guys know Ozzy's been sick, right? He's had
Yeah.
pneumonia and stuff. Had to cancel a bunch of shows. Apparently, I heard about this today. He tripped and fell getting into his bed after getting up in the middle of the night to take a piss.
Yeah.
He's pretty high in the death pool right now.
Yeah.
I know.
You know what? I
Yeah.
don't want to know about. It's like he's supposed to be evil. I don't want to think about him.
Did you ever see the thing he did with
Now he's like
the trip he did with
old.
like the
I am the
show
devil.
he did with
And
his
don't you
son?
forget it.
The
Oh, with the Jack Oz.
Yeah,
he
like
did
the
an
trailer
episode, He
thing?
filmed an episode in Louisville. I've never seen it, but
So they filmed an episode in like in Louisiana, and they stayed at this haunted hotel, and like Jack was all into it, but like he was like Ozzy Osbourne was like, I ain't fucking staying here. This place is haunted, and I'm like, this dude's like. He was like was it Prince of Darkness?
Prince of Darkness,
Yeah,
yeah.
and like he bit the heads off bats and shit. And like he's like, I ain't staying in this fucking haunted ass hotel. I was like, what? Really? Like I don't know. I just thought that was
just
weird.
makes no damn
that's
sense.
where Ozzy draws the line.
Yeah, he's like,
fucking
I'd
with
stay
ghosts.
there. Yeah.
Like he'll do everything else, but like.
It's like Marilyn Manson and shit.
Yeah.
Getting scared.
Wonder what his
Yeah.
I wonder what line Marilyn Manson has that it's like I don't cross this line ever.
666.
He doesn't eat at Chick-fil-A.
He said,
Yeah.
ants? I don't do ants.
That guy's Marilyn Manson's kind of embarrassing now too. Like,
Yeah.
have you seen him lately?
We
Just
saw
like
him
kind of
last year,
fat
wasn't it,
and
or
just
year
We saw him
drunk-
2 years ago.
drunk all the
Yeah.
time.
He looks like your fat drunk uncle.
Yeah, doing like the same 12 songs.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear him on Marin?
No, he was on Marin.
He's so fucked up on Marin.
I'm sure.
It's great.
What's that?
The Mark Maron podcast.
Oh,
Yeah, Mark
okay.
Maron.
Gotcha.
So the other big thing that happened this weekend, I don't know if you guys saw it. Avengers Endgame came out. I know Leo saw it.
Yeah, I
Leah
watched
saw
it.
it.
Was it dope as hell?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Was it good?
It wasn't as good as Infinity War.
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it wasn't.
Now,
take your
I
word
haven't
for
had
that.
the chance to see it yet. I haven't even actually seen Captain Marvel yet, which I want to see that before I see.
See, that's what I told him. Like, fuck that shit, dude. Just go see it.
I just want to see him in order.
You're not missing
But-
anything.
Thank you,
But
Leo.
I haven't seen it, but I have heard the big news. Should I spoil it for everybody?
If you do,
should I
I'm
just
gonna
ruin-
kick you in the
No,
nuts.
don't drop it in
Spoiler
Avengers.
alert. Spoiler
Don't
alert.
do that.
Okay, you might have to change your name too for death threats. So
Yeah, you might get more than
Yeah.
It's a few big things. It's not
Yeah.
just one big thing.
But the one big thing that I heard, I was kind of like, oh shit.
But is
like,
it one of
for
those things
real?
like if you've read the comic books, you kind of already know what's gonna happen?
No, not really.
No.
Oh, okay.
It was.
Yeah.
They had about 4 or 5 surprises I didn't see coming.
Really, that
Yeah.
many?
Mm-hmm.
I only heard. Well,
Hawk
the
knocked
two
up
big
Black
ones.
Widow.
No, but that'd be awesome.
I don't think it'll fit.
XL dash.
Oh, moly, she's a thick bitch.
You don't want to see me when I come.
But yeah, it wasn't bad at all. But it was a different movie, so of course it was the ending to the whole saga. Avengers saga. So of course it was gonna be a little sad and somber or whatnot.
Right.
But it wasn't bad at all.
Can I ask you to confirm or deny something?
Yes.
Does Ant-Man crawl up the guy's butthole
No.
and kill him?
No.
Okay, because that's the only thing I heard
Awesome.
of.
The Thanos.
Was that?
You see that on Reddit too? Like this.
It's a meme forever.
That's a meme.
Is that Ant-Man's gonna crawl up Thanos' butthole and expand and
I think
kill
that
him?
would have been a pretty cool.
Speaking of
I mean,
Ant-Man,
it's
Paul
plausible.
Rudd, another guy that all chicks want to fuck.
Dude, Paul Rudd's.
No. He's a tiny
He's
man.
like my dude crush. I would say Paul
Really?
Rudd's kind of like my dude
He's
crush.
very
I want to
tiny.
hang out with him, but I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd hang out with Paul Rudd.
Sometimes I wish I would have a small dick.
Paul Rudd's funny, man.
Yeah,
Like,
he's funny.
He's pretty funny. He's not like hilarious, but he's pretty funny.
He's all right. Like you said, I'd hang out with him.
Yeah,
I'd party with him.
Yeah, party.
I liked him as Ant-Man. I think that was a pretty good choice.
I think he better like with the small amount of movies. If he do
Like
too many movies, I'll
rom-coms.
get burnt out. 'Cause
Yeah.
he play essentially the same
Yeah, he's
person
like
in every movie.
Yep.
Jack Black.
He's just himself.
Yeah, Jack Black and everything, or like Vince Vaughn.
Every time I see him in
Yeah.
Friends, I'm like, oh fuck, I forgot he was in Friends.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, see, now typically
was,
I don't like actors that
Phoebe's
do,
boyfriend.
that play the same character. Like we talked about Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I don't really care for Kevin Hart, but I like Paul Rudd.
It's okay when it's spaced out. Kevin Hart just put 8 movies out in
Yeah,
1 year. That's the
that's true.
problem.
Yeah.
And did like 3
Yeah,
stand-ups.
Yeah,
Yeah.
17 stand-up specials.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's one,
Went on the
every
Breakfast
2
Club and
years,
ranted about some shit.
Yeah, twice a year. It's too much.
Yeah.
And I like Vince Vaughn, by the way.
Yeah, me too. Well,
I like
But
him.
he's Vince Vaughn and everything, kind of.
Yeah, but I just like Vince
I like
Vaughn in
I
general.
like Vince Vaughn too.
Like I'd like to hang out with a guy like that.
I
all
heard
the
Vince
time.
Vaughn
He's
was
like-
in what was that? Into the Wild or something like that. He wasn't Vince Vaughn in that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
He's in the Page movie,
I mean,
not the
y'all-
ones that are on the internet, but the actual movie about Page the wrestler.
I've seen both.
Did you see the Page
No,
movie?
no, I haven't seen the page.
Oh.
Not the ones on the internet. Or I've seen the ones on the internet.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the one in
You need to
theaters.
watch The Dark Side of the Ring, man.
I've been watching those.
Dude, did you watch the Montreal Screwjob?
We haven't watched
That's
that.
not that's out.
Fucking
That's
yeah.
out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You gotta watch
We
it,
watched
man.
the
It's
Bruiser
so
Brody one and the
good.
Macho Man.
The Macho Man one.
And I got a lot of ideas from the Macho Man one, like yeah, like locking Brittany in places when I'm not around.
Dude, they're so
Can you imagine
good.
like Randy Savage coming up to you and like accusing you of like,
Like
wanting to
bang-
fuck
yeah.
wanting to fuck his chick? Like,
He's like, I saw you. Put her up on the shoulder.
brother. I saw the way you were looking at Miss Elizabeth. Let me tell you what, Ted DiBiase, I didn't fucking like it.
Oh my
Did you
god.
see the Bruiser Brody one?
Yes,
That's
that
just
was good.
crazy how nobody was arrested for that.
Yeah, and everybody's like, I didn't. It was some crazy fan that ran up and did it. And the I don't know what his name was.
Tony
He was-
Atlas?
Yeah, he was like, it happened right there. It was that guy.
Well, the problem with Tony Atlas is I think he's like borderline retarded. So
Yeah.
like if the things he says,
He
people like,
saw what he saw.
well, it definitely like
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy man. That was a good one. I was kind of like choked up at the end of that. episode,
that's gonna
man.
be the Von Erich one
Yeah.
next week. That one's gonna be like.
Is that the
super
one that's
I
next
think that's
week?
the one that's. I
Really?
think that's like the finale is the Von Erich.
They're only
family
doing
one.
4 or 5 episodes.
I think 5 or 6. Yeah.
Fuck man, they need to do way more. Dude,
I'm
that's
surprised
so
like
good.
this many. If I keep waiting for Vince to like put the kibosh on it, and
Yeah.
somehow it's not allowed to be on anymore.
Dude, it's
or
so
something.
good, man. The
Vince
the
controls
Montreal
it all.
Screwjob one, dude. I think that was just.
But I feel like I know everything there is to know about. The
I mean, so
Montreal
like Jerry and I
Screwjob.
watched a couple of episodes about the Montreal Screwjob, and I was like, okay, because I didn't know about it, and I just heard the name Montreal Screwjob, and I'm like, whatever the fuck that is. So then we watched a couple episodes. Some guy did them on YouTube. I'm like, that's pretty good. But
WrestleMania.
this puts it in like a really good perspective, and they get all kinds of people that were there the night. They got the ref.
Yeah, Earl Hebner.
Yeah, they got him, and then they got like a couple of the promoters or like the people that write the show and things like that. So and they got like, you just gotta watch it. I ain't gonna spoil anymore. But dude,
Have you
it's
seen
so
Bret
good.
Hart wrestling with the shadows? That documentary.
No.
Dude,
Oh,
watch
that's
that. That's
so
actually filmed during the while it's going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's like
Well,
on Hulu. I
he
think.
was mic'd up. Ah, damn it! Just go ahead. I ain't gonna spoil it, man. It's so good. You gotta watch it.
All right,
Let me know after you watch it. Let me know if you like it or not.
I'll send you a message.
Cool.
Are you a wrestling fan, Leo? You watch
like
the WWE?
like old wrestling, like
Oh, yeah.
the WWF.
Yeah.
I'm not into the new shit.
Who was your favorite?
It's really hard to say.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Yeah.
I just liked everybody during that time, but I liked when Stone Cold and The Rock was beefing. I love Vince
Oh, yeah.
McMahon during that time.
Attitude.
So yeah, Attitude Era.
Yeah.
The good old days.
I used to love Kane.
Kane.
Yeah. Undertaker
He's
too.
a mayor in Tennessee now.
I actually saw
that's
Undertaker's
weird.
streak get broken.
Yeah, she was at the
I was
WrestleMania.
at,
You were at WrestleMania?
I was at WrestleMania 30.
Dang.
And I blame myself because
Did you see like fat nerds cry everywhere?
the stadium was like into you. I mean, I've never been around that genuine human emotion, and like,
Wow.
yeah.
That's amazing.
And I bought the Undertaker's T-shirt earlier that day, and
Your
I'm like,
fault.
all right, it's Undertaker, but it doesn't say anything about WrestleMania, so I took it back and bought a WrestleMania T-shirt, and my lack of confidence in his streak abilities.
Brittany, your
It
power of the Undertaker.
Where's Paul Bearer when we need him?
It was my fault karmically.
You let
so-
him down.
We got bad like when the Hardy Boys, like a little
Oh,
after
yeah.
the Hardys and
Yeah.
the Dudley Boys. That's when I started to fall off a little
Yeah.
after that.
I like the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, me
'cause
too.
When they first came out, they're the reason I got a lot of blowjobs. Because
Really?
my girlfriend at the time
You did the shocker thing?
No,
Oh.
my girlfriend at the time really liked the Hardy Boys.
You're like, I'm cousins with them.
Yeah.
Any
You may wear my fishnet arm sleeve stockings for you.
we would watch wrestling. Whenever they'd come on, she'd be like, "Ooh, go suck that dick off," and I'd be like,
I've got a ladder.
"Come on, Hardy Boys." and
Hey,
believe,
maybe you want to have a TLC later?
believe it or not, I got to thank Kid Rock for my first blowjob ever
Really?
because my girlfriend. At the
She
time-
ball with a ball to bang to bang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jump to boogie, to
Yeah.
whatever, however that fucking song goes. But she really dug Kid Rock, and we were watching. He was on like some award show, and she was just like,
The great dirt ball of the north.
yeah. we were watching him on this MTV special or some shit, and she was just like, God damn it, I want to suck that dick, and I was just like, okay. All right, fine, let's do it.
You got hepatitis.
So you're like watching Woodstock '99. She's like,
You
It's
were like,
hard to like it now though.
it's
wrestling?
really geared towards
kids.
children.
That's
now.
why I'm excited for that new one. man.
AEW,
Yeah,
man.
That's gonna be
what's
awesome.
gonna-
When John Cena came out, it got real corny.
That's when I dropped
Yeah.
off. Was
Oh my
like Brock came on board, and then after like I'd say about like 6 months later, it was John Cena.
John Cena's Hulk Hogan and jorts, basically.
Pretty much, and
Yeah,
jorts.
really all he is. Like,
it's lamer than that, man.
really?
It seemed way lamer than.
Yeah.
It's like he trying too hard, like the
Yeah.
hip hop thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
at least
Dr.
Hulk Hogan was
Thugonomics.
being like still true to himself,
Yeah.
Yeah.
except when he went to WCW. But
Yeah.
what's
I thought the freestyle thing that he used to do was funny. So I came out like, this dude's a joke, but it's funny that it actually he's
Yeah, it
wrong
always
with
reminded
it.
me like a roided out like Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like,
exactly. That's
it's like,
exactly
it's
what
like
it is.
Good
That's
vibrations. and shit,
exactly
like-
what it is.
It's like I never thought it was good or cool. I was like, this is funny because he sucks, but he's rolling with it.
Didn't he
swear to
cut
God.
an album? He had an album.
Yeah, he
That
cut
shit
it
is
out.
trash.
John
Yeah.
Cena
Oh
album,
my
yeah.
god.
I ain't even like the Marine. Like I hated
Oh,
it
yeah.
because if you pay attention, like when they in the semi, they shoot like 185 bullets right into the front seat, and he don't get hit by any of
Yeah.
that shit. Like,
Because they can't see him.
Yeah.
They're like, where is he? I don't know.
The bullets couldn't see him.
Oh,
either.
man, that's good, man.
Nobody. They were like Bob and Tom right now. Like, woo!
I would much rather see Randy Orton rap. And shit. I
Randy
like
Orton
that.
rap.
Does he rap?
No, but he just like seemed like more serious. You know,
Oh,
rap
okay.
is serious to me. It's not like
It's
always
not-
cheesy.
this ain't
and
a
shit,
game.
You know, yeah, exactly. And how he be coming out of nowhere. It'd be
Yeah.
funny like after he just whatever they call that shit. What do they call it? When
The
you keep-
RKO?
The
Yeah, when he do that to you, and he just starts spitting like 3 bars and just walk away.
he can't talk worth
And he's got a
shit,
wife
though.
beater face.
Yeah.
He looks like a guy that hits his wife. He's got that wife beater face. Like this dude like gets drunk and gets pissed at his wife. He's
He
like,
got
hey,
that-
I've been on the road.
All he missing is the UFC.
Yeah, shut
Kurt
the
Angle's
fuck up.
Yeah,
Like,
this is the
or I'll-
cauliflower ear. That's
Yeah.
all he need.
Yeah.
This summer on tour, catch
And
Kid
did you
Rock.
see they took
and Randy Orton.
Ambrose down officially? He's off of like the roster that's on like the WWE like
Yeah.
website. He's
Ew.
officially like
What did he do?
off the
He
ro-
beat his
he's-
wife or something?
No, he let
He's going to the new one.
WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was like controversy of whether he was for real leaving or just like having to work. So
I don't know. I like Dean Ambrose. He's from Cincinnati. He's kind of like a hometown guy.
Yeah, that's why
Ain't he old and shit now?
he's like he's
My
like
age.
yeah.
I must be thinking of somebody else. I don't really pay attention
I don't know.
anymore.
But I mean, he's all right. I never really
I was
like
never
a huge fan.
Out of the
but-
Shield, he wasn't. He was my
I'll be
least.
real mad.
Yeah.
Well, who do you like out of the Shield?
Yeah.
If you say Roman Reigns,
You are he's got a Roman Reigns face.
trash.
I mean,
He looked cool.
Yeah,
he looked cool. I don't watch.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I like the
He's
Uso
related
brothers.
to The Rock.
I was just about to say
They're
he got that
related.
Rock
They're
swag.
related
They're
to The
related to
Rock
Rock,
too.
too.
Yeah.
He like the Undertaker Rock in one shit. Or that one dude that went to UFC and got his ass whooped.
Brock Lesnar.
No, CM Punk.
CM Punk.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he got that.
he made
shit
an
his
appearance.
pants.
He made an appearance in an indie wrestling thing this weekend in a mask.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
CM
You
Punk.
didn't see about that?
Nobody knew
Yeah.
it was
He
him,
came
yeah.
out and did the go to sleep with a mask on, like in a luchador mask. Came out, did the go to sleep, and then
Really?
ran out and left. Yeah.
Now, did you know? What's her name? Not Sasha Banks. Crap. She's related to Tupac. They're cousins.
What?
They were like
No,
cousins.
Sasha Banks. She's related
Sasha
to
Banks.
Snoop
It's
Dogg.
Snoop Dogg. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, it's not
What?
Tupac.
No.
Snoop Dogg. Yeah.
Really?
They're cousins. Yeah.
I did not know that.
I'd be mad if Tupac cousin was wrestling. Like, bitch, you selling out for the cause.
Yeah, it was Snoop Dogg. My bad. I'm sorry. It was Snoop Dogg. You're right. Yeah.
I can see that.
I don't know why I thought Tupac, but
Snoop got that friendly.
Have you ever seen video of Snoop Dogg boxing? He's
Oh,
got
man.
like the
That shit is
tiniest little
embarrassing.
bird leg
it is.
I've ever
He
seen.
punches
He's
like
so
this.
skinny.
Yeah.
He looks like he punches like a rock'em sock'em robot.
Yeah,
Ding,
exactly.
ding, ding, ding.
It's weird with Snoop now though. It's because it's like everybody's mom's like, oh Snoop
Yeah.
Dogg, oh he smokes
Yeah.
a lot of weed. He's
Yeah.
so like, it's
Let's
like,
go
oh,
smoke some weed.
Yeah, it's like it's weird how people's careers.
He looks like a skinny predator, because he's got the hair and
Yeah.
his hairline's like back here.
Yeah, it's like if there was an anorexic predator.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
He can
That's
do
what it looks like,
anything
yeah.
though.
Yeah.
He's gonna bang. He's got his own weed now. That's all.
He could literally call like your grandmother a bitch and she'll be happy about
Yeah.
it.
Like, oh, Snoop Dogg, call me a bitch. And you know what? He's right.
I never thought that he would be loved the way he is.
Yeah.
What's really funny is like when he gets on TV with what's
Martha
her name?
Stewart?
Martha Stewart,
Yeah.
yeah. And like the meme is like, one is a convicted felon, the other is Snoop Dogg.
You think he fucked her?
I swear I was just about to ask that.
He
Yeah.
might.
Yeah.
He probably
He
did.
bent her over a
did,
bunch
yeah.
of like pot of fur and just railed it hard.
They bonded. They made edibles.
Yeah, he got her high.
Martha is a badass. Like she's like stone cold. Like she'll fire you.
He hit
like
that. All she had.
They'll bring her on the roast and shit too, which is funny. Like they'll bring her on like the Comedy
Yeah,
Central
the
roast.
roast.
Yeah.
She got a good sense of
Yeah.
humor.
Yeah,
I don't
she
know if
does.
she writes her own stuff, but
Yeah.
Probably
funny.
not.
she kind of makes fun of herself a little bit too.
Dog's going nuts.
I don't give a fuck. He's a dick.
It's like a Sublime album in the background.
Yeah, it is. Fucking Maruko over here.
They're a band that kind of gets shit on now.
Dude, I fucking love
Dude,
Sublime.
I know, I will always
I wore
love
a Sublime shirt to the Head PE show.
It's like they're
no
not
one said anything
311.
about it.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean I'll listen to 311, but they're not. Sublime is I love Sublime.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
They get a bad rap.
They do,
man.
and
They
I
kinda
don't
get
give
shit
a
on.
fuck what
Nostalgic
anybody
as
says.
fuck for me.
I think that's Sublime is. I think
Yeah.
Me Too, because that was like they
I
were
had like 3 tracks that I would just play the shit out
We always
of.
played them at high school parties.
Yeah, I love Sublime. Everybody who shits on Sublime, I just
I'm
like
like, don't
fuck
act like
off.
you didn't own that
Yeah.
fucking CD.
Yeah.
Shut
Yeah.
up. I hate when people do
Yeah.
that. It's like it was like they like sold a bunch of records, like sold a lot of copies for
Yeah.
a reason. Don't like.
The cool thing about Sublime was like when they first made the first record that they made, they snuck into either it was like a college or a high school, and created and made that record. I think they did it like 2 or 3 weeks. They snuck into a school and
Robin in the
recorded
Hood?
it. I think that's what it was. I can't remember, but they snuck into like a college and recorded it for like 3 weeks straight, and nobody fucking knew they did it. So that was like that's kind of cool.
Yo, secret style,
Yeah,
illegal.
yeah. So I mean, I always fucking love
And then that dude died before they were even
before they even popular.
famous.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he couldn't even make money to
Yeah.
buy more heroin and stuff.
It's like, oh man, we got our first check.
And for being a
Sweet.
junkie, their music's really upbeat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Super happy.
Hey,
He was-
Did you see the meme? It was a guy. He had like a sign. He was sleeping in his car. He was like when taking a
Oh,
nap in
yeah.
Ohio.
Oh yeah.
It was like I'm taking a nap, bro. Don't Narcan me.
Don't Narcan me, bro.
That's sad.
It
That
is
is
sad.
bad, man.
I never knew they were even on heroin.
Yeah.
The dude from Sublime?
Yeah, I had no idea.
Oh, yeah.
I only
It was
like
the
heard about
90s.
it
He's in the 27
secondhand.
club too. Is he in the 20?
I don't think
I
so.
don't know if he is or
I don't
not.
know if yeah. Look that up.
Jamie,
yeah,
look it
Jamie,
up.
look that up.
Alexa,
Oh yeah, I forgot
how
the guy.
old was the lead singer of Sublime when he died?
Bradley. Oh wow.
Ooh,
Yeah, he's a year off.
Just
one
missed
year.
it.
Yeah.
It was probably like 2 weeks after, like
Yeah.
he turned 28 too, or something.
Yeah, I was probably. I just keep talking, Alexa. That's cool.
It was like 2 weeks after he got married, though.
That's
which is
sad.
so
Yeah, he was
sad.
married.
He's got a kid too.
He does music, but he does like punk or something, like actually more like hard rock. He don't even do that genre.
Oh, he's like, yeah.
I have a racial question.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
what's up, man?
That's not really one, but it is. That's like, is it that tempting to do heroin, like as a white dude? Because it seemed like as a black dude, I don't know. I'm just saying, like culturally, it seemed like it's.
God, I ain't getting on this elevator anymore. I'm fucking out.
It's like more acceptable.
I don't know,
Obviously,
man.
I mean,
I just don't understand.
I've never felt
That
the
is
desire to do it.
that's
a good question though, Leo. Yeah.
Like I get it back in the day, like in the 70s and the 80s and all that, but nowadays, like how can people still be getting on serious drugs like that? It's not new shit.
Yeah.
Known about
especially
this
like
forever.
fentanyl and stuff now.
Yeah.
Half the time, I think if they get fentanyl, they don't even fucking know it.
Well, there was like the first lawsuit that's been brought up against like the pharmaceutical companies for wider distribution. So like it's just been more readily accessible, and like if you have a doctor that's just like
That's the thing that happened to
Here
my
you
friend.
go.
Like this dude that I grew up with was never like he didn't even drink like growing up, and he got in a really bad car accident, and then he got addicted to the pills, and then they cut him off from the pills, so then he was copping the pills on the street, and then somebody else was like, well, you're paying $30 for Oxycontin, you can get a bag of heroin for $5 or $10, so you're like, oh shit, okay, and then
There you
it
go.
all
There it
starts.
goes.
Yeah.
Well, I figure like that has always been happening though. All right,
Yeah.
well, conspiracy theory kicking in. Do you think? Just a question. Do you think like us going to Afghanistan and getting access to all the opioids and all of a sudden we having our greatest epidemic ever? Do you think it's a connection to that?
I do.
Anyway.
Yeah, of
well,
course.
it's also a resurgence because it was a big problem in the 90s and then it just waned because we didn't have the access,
Yeah.
because there was the Taliban, because there was all of these entities and that were cutting off the opiate supply.
So
Like,
since we
now it's like-
supposedly control so much of it, do you think like we, as in the government, shadow government, so to speak, you think they're moving it in, or just the smugglers, the drug smugglers themselves?
Probably a little bit of both.
Yeah, they let them, and
Just
then they just
everybody
do it.
has
CIAs
greater
and all
access.
that.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't hear about all them planes that come in that's fucking loaded full of drugs, and it was like, oh yeah, the CIA, check that in, everything's fine. It was like loaded with drugs.
Yeah, so obviously, that type of stuff happens. We got proof that happened here before. I was just curious. But back to the people actually getting on it. I just don't understand, like, other than you getting tricked by like your doctor or prescribing medicine like that. I
I think
get
that's
that.
how a lot of it starts. Really.
well, that was
But it's
kind
still
of
a lot of teenager. Hey, my friends was
Try it.
doing it type shit. Like, man, I don't understand.
well, that's the point, is that it's more readily available. Like before, you would have to it would have to be like the whole prescription thing. Now, like doctors can be like, oh, I have the sample.
I got a theory.
Like-
I have a theory. I think like white dudes, and especially like young white dudes, well, men especially, like we got ego problems. So when you're young, you think you're invincible and shit.
Right.
And then like the way America's set up, I be wondering, do white guys think they more invincible when it come to doing drugs? Because it seemed like a little bit extra more experimentation going on when you're young as well. Like black dudes, I don't know. We like smoke weed and drink. Well, not these new young dudes. I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
Because these new young rapper black dudes, they doing all the same shit.
Yeah.
But it seemed like everybody, we all about 30, right? Late 20s, early 30s. It seemed like for us, it just seemed like huffing and glue and pill. Like, it's just like everything. Like, there's no fear. Like, where's the fear? But maybe that's why white people more successful right now as far as the world. Y'all like more fearless and shit.
It's kind of like I might get caught, but really, what's gonna happen to me?
No, just in general, like bungee jumping and everything.
I'm
just like fearlessness. Like,
Swimming with sharks.
Fuck that.
I guess it's like a compliment in a way, in what I'm giving through these questions.
I would also like to give a compliment to I guess the black race. I love the videos that black people make on like the slingshot rides.
Oh yeah,
They're passing out,
scared and shit. Yeah,
That'd be me.
guys are best,
fuck
man.
that.
See, that's because of the opposite. Like we act like we so tough and shit, and that's the only time you see like black men just
scream,
weep.
I've seen so many dudes just like freak out and like, I want my mama.
Yeah,
I want my mama.
That'd be me. Fuck that shit.
It's funny as hell.
As
man.
I get older, I get more afraid of roller coasters though.
I don't like roller coasters.
We're going to we're going. Oh my god.
Going Disney.
We're going to Dolly.
We're going to Dollywood.
We're going to Dollywood.
That's in Nashville too, right?
That is in that's the Gatlinburg Pigeon
Did you
Forge.
say that you went there with your ex-husband?
I've never been. No one's ever let me go to Dollywood.
Oh.
You gotta let her
Gatlinburg, but you haven't been to
I've
Dollywood.
always been vetoed. Every trip I've ever been has been universally
I was gonna say I might want to do
vetoed.
some repeat vacation.
We were there for one day.
Stayed in the
Calm
same
your
chalet,
tits. It's
hotel,
You want to
fine.
know why everybody vetoes your trip to Dollywood?
Because it's amazing.
'Cause
They
it
want to design.
sucks.
No, I can't. Dude, I cannot wait.
See some titties.
No, just to see some fucking hillbilly watching, man. I cannot wait for some.
Hey, and you get to take her. Finally, get to take her to.
I know.
To Dollywood, man.
Yeah,
So
Dollywood.
you get
Spoil me.
it's
You
a,
know that's gonna be like
double
Kentucky
bonus.
State Fair
I
times
know.
1,000,
I'm really
right?
minus the pigs.
Yeah.
You're gonna get corn on a stick, man.
Oh, corn on a stick.
We're gonna get a turkey leg.
I think it's the
Yeah.
only
For
amusement park
sure.
in the country that has a place that just is like serves ham.
Yeah. Oh man, I'd eat it.
Really? That
It-
makes
There
it
is
sort of
a
like 10 times
specific
more,
restaurant
appealing to me now.
dedicated to Bush's baked beans.
Yeah,
in
dedicated
Dollywood.
to Bush's baked beans.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But they got like a
I like
fragrance
'em, but I don't
section.
But
think
they
I
have
go
a
to a
we're
restaurant
going to
based
the
on
True Crime Museum that's down there too.
Oh,
they have
that'd be
OJ's Bronco there.
Really?
What? Do they really?
I saw that on Pawn Stars, man.
They have OJ's Bronco and Ted Bundy's Slug Bug.
Oh,
nice.
I like Ted
And
Bundy.
yeah.
I like how he's like, I like Ted Bundy. I don't like OJ though.
And then they have John Wayne Gacy's clown suit too.
Really?
That's pretty sick.
That's
I never knew
creepy.
all
Take a
that
photo
was
op
there.
in front of it, like, yeah, look at this.
So it's actual OJ's
It's
Bronco.
really his Bronco.
Wow,
yeah.
that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, it's really Al Cowling's Bronco.
Well, didn't they have matching Broncos?
Oh, is that what it was?
I think OJ's.
Really?
Oh yeah,
The one that had, like, the
OJ's car,
blood
but
and
Al
the
was
inside.
driving it.
No, Al wanted to be like OJ so much
Yeah.
that he had one just like it, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah, because I remember watching one of the million documentaries on it, and they thought Al had something to do with it because they both owned the same type of car. He was that much of a
OJ wannabe.
yeah.
OJ knew he was gonna kill his wife. He's like, "Hey Al, if you're looking to buy a car soon, you should definitely get a white Bronco, man. You should definitely get one of those."
tell your
It's like,
friends to get
I've
them
got
too.
one. I've got one. Runs great. Look-
You want to?
You put a couple dead bodies in the back.
By the way, what's the girl that's that joke fucked up? I was gonna say about. By the way, I'm Khloe Kardashian's dad or whatever. Which one ever is that? Chloe that's supposed to be
it's
the-
Chloe. It's Chloe.
It's supposed to be
Kim.
OJ.
Yeah.
No, it's Chloe.
No, Chloe.
He's supposed to be
It's
Chloe.
supposed
Oh,
to be
OJ's
yeah.
kid, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
the conspiracy theory
Yeah.
that's out there.
'Cause she got the strong face
Yeah.
and back.
Yeah. Out of all of them, she's the only one I like, anyways.
She seems to be the only one that's like
Nah, Courtney is the best one.
She's a little stuck
I
up.
do. Yeah,
Well,
I like Scott Disick.
That's-
Dude, I was getting ready to say, hey, did you see he's getting his own show?
No.
Yeah, he's getting his own show. It's like Flip This House.
Scott
Scott Disick is,
gonna
yeah.
flip
It's
people's
like
houses?
he's like into like luxury, like real estate.
I thought he
is
was
what
like
it is.
flipping young chicks.
Yeah.
He is already doing that. Yeah. He's already doing that.
Guys, I just had a great idea.
Lord Disick.
An OJ show with OJ called Flip This Murder.
Flip.
I gotta tell you how you should have done it.
Yeah.
See, if it was me,
Like his book or something.
If
I
you
would've
would have
done
done
it.
this.
no, did you see when he did the I think it was like Entertainment Tonight when he did that interview on there?
No.
The new one that he did for Fox, or
No,
what?
this
Like-
was years
okay,
ago,
okay.
and the lady was like, the creepy thing about it is he played a prank on her, and he rang the doorbell or something like that. She opened the door, and it was him with a knife.
Shut up! I've never heard that before.
Yeah,
That's epic,
Yeah.
man.
This
That
when
is
he,
great.
This when he was trolling. He was on his Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah, OJ's the original shit poster. OJ Simpson. Like before we had the internet, you had to fuck with them on their front door. Like you'd have to like go to their house and do it.
Yeah, that's why he went to jail for stealing his own stuff. They like, look, man,
Oh yeah, because
keep
it's
on
all his
joking
own
around.
stuff.
Yeah, keep on playing. We-
I could see Pete Rose going to jail for something
Yeah.
like that.
What, stealing his own shit?
Stealing
Yeah,
his
I
own
could see
shit
that.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
Fuck, I gotta pay off some debt.
Funny story about
I gotta pay off this
I got-
12-year-old chick I tried to fuck.
I owe some Buckies.
Funny story about Pete Rose. So my buddy was in town doing comedy, and he was staying at the Holiday Inn that's down in Covington.
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, like he called me. He was like, dude, come down here. Like Pete Rose is gonna be here, like eating, like, and he's like a big baseball fan. I was like, whatever. Like Pete Rose shows up everywhere, but
Yeah.
I'll come down and hang out with you. And the waitress came up and told us and said that anytime Pete Rose is in town, he comes to that Holiday Inn to eat continental breakfast for free, and then he like doesn't tip and like
No
leaves. Like,
shit.
he like Why would you go out of your way
For a continental breakfast?
Yeah, at like Holiday Inn Covington.
Yeah. Well, there's probably a glory hole somewhere. That's probably what he's doing, man. There's somebody that works there. He fucks.
Have you ever met that guy?
Pete Rose?
Yeah.
No, I heard he's a dick.
Yeah,
I met Marty Brenneman. I fucking hate him.
You're
Marty...
a little uppity bitch. I can't wait till we fuck you up.
Marty Brenneman's a dick. I fucking can't stand him. I've met him twice, and each time he's a fucking asshole.
Really?
So every time I see him, I'm like, fuck you, Marty. Or
was
like,
he just like...
He was just a dick, man.
Just like doesn't want to look up at you.
Yeah, like my dad asked him a question about his son Tom, because Tom does football, and he was like, "Oh, so what game is Tom doing this week?" And he goes, "Nobody gives a fuck like that," as he's fucking signing his signature. And I was kind of like, "Wow!" And Chris Welsh was sitting right next to him, and kind of like Chris Welsh kind of looked at him like, "Okay," like that, and I was kind of like, "Yeah, fuck that dude." Like, Dad, I don't know why you talked to that asshole. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I expect Pete Rose to be an asshole though.
Pete Rose is an asshole.
That's kind of
his
his
asshole
thing.
face.
Yeah, definitely. I've never. Well, I have seen him happy, I guess. Here and there.
When he was collecting money.
Yeah.
Shit manager. Shit manager. He couldn't manage for fucking
Never
shit.
bet on his own.
Well,
team,
isn't he
though.
in like a lot of debt though?
Yeah, he's
I'm
like
sure.
So that's probably why he didn't.
His signature is like worth nothing because he signs.
Because he signed so much
everything.
That's kind of how Ric Flair is now too.
He like owe you and shit for the signature. Like here's $1.
Yeah, like he
So
wants you to
worthless.
pay like $20-$25 bucks.
You
for his
want me to
autograph.
sign that dollar bill? It'll make it worth 50 cents. You know.
A certain person's manager that rhymes with Nick Blair told me that Blick will spend 100,000 and have 10,000 in the bank. Like he's got a lot of money problems too.
Oh wow.
Ric Flair does?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's to be expected though.
Yeah.
It's just like athletes when they at the top of their game, or even musicians, they expect to always have the same amount of money coming in. They don't readjust the spending habits.
Well, they never had to learn how to be a real person
That too.
and like manage money.
You ever seen that 30 for 30? That's
Which one?
it's about. I think it's called like going broke.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
about
I've
like
seen
broke
that.
athletes. Like
Prime example, MC Hammer.
Yep.
Yeah. Wesley Snipes.
Yep.
It's like
well, Wesley Snipes isn't broke. He just don't want to give all his money to the government,
okay.
which is very
So
understandable.
he's kind of like fighting the man. That's cool.
Yeah. It's the whole
Until he
income
goes to
tax
jail.
not being legal thing. And
Well, didn't he
understand.
go to jail?
Yeah, he went to jail.
He went to jail.
For a much shorter period of time than they was making us think.
Yeah.
Somebody had a joke about that. Was it Dave Chappelle? Somebody. He was like, I thought this
Man.
motherfucker was in jail. He was in the club.
He was in Expendables 3.
He was, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
I like Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, me too. He got screwed over. Man.
Yeah.
That's how I always order
I,
my onion
I knew
rings.
you were going to say it, man. That's how he orders his onion rings. This is like the most, like, he called me racist. He's like, I want my onion rings blacker than Wesley Snipes. That's how he orders
I like
his
my
onion
onion rings burnt, man.
I feel like I'm supposed to be offended. I don't know.
I mean, that's a good representation, right?
Yeah.
Like, I want my onion rings fucking
I think
dark,
we're gonna
man.
need to take you to the Swatch.
Yeah. we ate at Denny's Sunday morning, and they're like, he's like, I want onion rings, and I'm like, fuck, he's gonna say it. And I'm like, fuck, we're in the middle of Ohio. I think they'll let it fly.
But you know what? I didn't say it though.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't say Wesley Snipes black.
Oh,
Maybe not to the waitress.
I haven't eaten at a Denny's in years.
no, you didn't say it. Yeah, Denny's ain't too bad. I went to order 2 extra eggs, and the lady's like, 2 extra eggs are $2 a piece. I was like,
$2 a piece?
Yeah,
Hey.
for 2 extra eggs.
I would
for an egg.
I hate to interrupt here, but we started talking about some racist shit. Guess who popped on the fucking YouTube
Fucking
chat?
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget
Yeah.
chimed in.
The real Bob Saget?
No.
Oh. What? He's actually a fan of the show.
It's some troll guy who's super
jumps on
racist.
here. He's got like 5 or 6 accounts that are all like Full House actors.
Well,
You aren't doing anything.
There's
If
one
you don't
Lori-
have at least one racist person in
There's
the
one-
comment thread.
Yeah.
Lori Loughlin?
Oh, that's
Loughlin,
the
whatever.
college.
Yeah, now she's trying to say like she didn't know what bribery was.
I didn't know.
It was a thing.
Yeah.
I didn't blow him for nothing. You didn't I?
It's
She
that
just
whole
gave
thing,
money.
like they say, ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Yeah.
She knew that shit was illegal.
Oh yeah.
But that goes on all the time.
I think
It's
it was
the
only
funny
so
thing.
bad because they tried to like write it off with the taxes. Like, come on. Like, come
Oh,
on.
they tried to write it off with taxes?
Yeah.
I like that
Holy
when she
shit.
was busted, she was being like perp walked out of the courthouse while her daughter was on the yacht of like the USC like chairman of the board.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, we didn't do anything.
And now the daughter's
Fucking
trying to act
cool.
like, oh, we don't even like our parents anymore.
Yeah, I got my Instagram taken away.
Dude, I saw like a video on YouTube how she was like, "Well, I just think I might show up for the parties and football games, and
Yeah,
that's
I saw
really
that.
about it." I'm like, "Bitch, they're paying for you to go to college. Like, they're paying people to get you into college, and you're just gonna show up to fucking football games."
No, it was
and fucking
weird. It
Parties.
was like some the other parents that aren't as famous. They had their kids get scholarships, and then
For like
they didn't even
soccer,
play.
They didn't even play.
And
yeah.
then they would have a doctor write them a note to excuse them for being injured for the whole season. So it's like so weird.
Sorry, my daughter has a slip disc in her back, but oh well, really? We just saw a video of her fucking getting railed by 3 guys last night.
They should have just
That's
cut
called a bad
out.
problem.
They had
Yeah.
too many middlemen. They
Yeah.
should have just paid off somebody in the admin office and just one person and the donation and
Been
that's
done
it.
with
They're actually using a service of a person to like help you do it. It's like you don't really need to
You know,
help.
he starts snitching
Like,
ASAP.
yeah,
So
but
he
it's
told
like,
yeah.
do you
everybody.
really need somebody to help you bribe some like a middleman for bribery? Like
They used to having
there's
agents
good
and
money
not
in
talking
there.
money on
Yeah,
their
that's
own.
true,
So
yeah.
that's part of the problem. They haven't paid a bill on their own in so long.
That's so fucked up, man.
That
I
is
can't
crazy.
believe that.
Wait, with that being said, let's wrap this fucker up.
Already?
Yeah.
free Lori Loughlin.
Leo's got to get to work, man.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, Leo.
Yeah.
Got to be into work.
So I can have money to
You have to go. So I go into work and then come do this, and then you do this and then go to work. Wow.
Yeah. Trooper, man. Tell
Yeah,
him.
that is.
Trooper.
Hopefully you go to work in a good mood, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll be all right.
Yeah. Oh, I meant like hope we put you in a good mood.
Yeah, don't let
Yeah.
my Wesley Snipes onion rings bring you down.
And we don't like them people in this type of town wearing
You
them
couldn't even
Blue
get it out.
Jackets
It's
jerseys.
Peoples.
Oh man.
But yeah, we are going to get
Wow.
out of here. I want to
Oh,
thank.
quick question.
Yeah,
Y'all
go ahead.
watch Game of Thrones?
Yes, I do.
Y'all,
I watched
y'all
the
caught
last.
up?
I watched the last season. I haven't.
you
haven't watched the new one yet.
Like you
Wizards
watch,
and
like you
lizards.
watch it
Yeah, I don't
religiously, Leo.
Yeah.
Do you?
Well, I didn't
How's it
start
going,
watching it
man?
until like season 4, but I was happy about that because I had so much to watch.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not the type of guy to do this, but I cried on the last episode.
Did you?
Of Game
Really?
of Thrones, really?
Who died?
Nobody died.
Oh.
It wasn't even
It
about
was-
death.
It was them like all kind of like we're all gonna die. Like it was them like wrapping up story.
It was like a proud moment that made me cry. If you can.
Was it
Yes, you already was about to
the
say
big
it.
woman?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was I didn't even
Did
think
the fat
I
lady sing?
No, it was wonderful.
it was better than that.
It was.
I think anybody that watched the show, if you watch it, you will feel very good about
Really?
it. Yeah.
I need to watch it.
I
man.
need to watch the new season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite part was Arya finally got hers.
Oh, yeah.
Are we giving spoilers right now?
Huh? You don't know what that means?
It's
Lisa's
been a
not
week.
Avengers.
If you haven't seen it at this point,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I don't
It's not
watch
really
that
a
show.
spoiler.
She got a
Like, it's
hammer.
been
I don't
like
watch
20
it.
hours. You haven't
Wizards
seen
and
it.
lizards shit. I don't like wizards and lizards.
Wizards or lizards.
Yeah.
But
Wizards
you
and
probably should start
lizards.
watching it, man, because the next 4 episodes are gonna be like awesome.
Really?
That's the last
Gonna be an
4,
hour and a
isn't it?
half.
They're gonna be,
and
like,
somebody's
action-packed.
gonna spoil it, so I don't
Yeah.
know how long
Yeah.
you wanna hold out.
There's only been like what 3 episodes.
It's only
so
2
far?
so far. and
Only 2.
One was like 40 minutes and the other was 50, so you can easily catch up.
Oh, okay.
And but the next 2 are supposed to be like 60 and 70 almost.
Yeah, hour and a half, something like
Like
that.
feature length
Damn.
films.
Yeah, from here
Oh,
on out.
Damn.
So catch up,
I need to.
because we need to talk about that
Yeah.
soon.
Well, I'll binge watch it one weekend.
All right,
Yeah.
sound good to me.
It's decent. Like I said, I watched the last season. I watched like
Decent.
some of the first.
He said decent.
Yeah, it's decent. You know, I can watch it. You know,
It's no Big Bang Theory. Come on. We're talking about an emotional show.
easy show.
That
man.
show fucking sucks.
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
I
We'll
can't
be here
get
another
into
2
it.
hours.
Yeah, it's no Seinfeld. That's for sure. But yeah, let's get the hell out of here. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Brad. I want to thank Britt. I want to thank Leo
Yeah.
for coming in, doing this damn thing, kicking off a new era here in the Brown Sound Studios.
Yeah, I want to thank you guys as well.
Well, thank
Yeah.
you.
Appreciate it.
Thank-
for
I
having
thank
us.
everybody here.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure
nice.
working with you guys here.
It's nice.
Hopefully we can do it all the time.
Yeah.
Cause that'd be real nice. Be real nice, Clark. But yes, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notifications icon if you're watching this on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that fun stuff. Anybody else want to plug their social media?
Oh, at Leo Bishop, wherever.
You can follow me live tweeting all things Bravo at Trash Like Us on Twitter. every Monday and Wednesday.
Nice.
At Brad Sabbath.
Yeah.
Pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
And I don't have shit, so.
Leftward sloping dick on Instagram.
Yeah.
You need to make that.
Leftward sloping dick on Instagram?
Yeah.
I guess I can try. Yeah. I just get a bunch of people like, let me see that dick.
Hey.
And I'd be like,
I think that's
no.
how I met you.
It is. We went to that. We met in that place in Indiana, man.
The Theater X, where the floors are sticky.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, we are going to be the hell out of here. What else? Oh, pop up the thing for the people can mail us shit.
Oh, which one is it?
I think it's the up button.
Bam, up, bam.
Yeah, you
up,
can
What do
mail
you
us
think
shit.
about the fans that are into this? Type of people you think they are?
Crazy.
No, they're fucking awesome.
That's right. That's right. But yeah, as you can see on the screen there, yeah, there it is. Yeah, now I can see it. You can mail us shit. I actually checked the mailbox like 2 days ago.
Nothing.
I opened it and I got excited. I saw something and it was just like a Independence City magazine.
I was waiting for it to be like,
this, man.
you haven't got a package in 2 months. We're discontinuing this.
Nah. But I was kind of pissed.
Well,
I was excited, then I was just heartbroken.
yeah. Well, it happens.
All right. But yeah, send us shit. Something, anything. Just a letter. Bob Saget, you can send us like a Confederate flag or some shit. Anything's better than nothing at this point.
You got hepatitis.
Right. But we are going to get the fuck out of here. I'm your host, Jerry Saylor.
I'm Leftward Sloping Dusty B.
I'm Brad Sabbath.
I'm Britt Fred.
I'm Leo Bishop.
And we out of here.
Fuck you, Toby.
Fuck you, Toby.